The Great Barrier Reef's battle with heat stress is now well known. Recent mass bleaching events have offered stark evidence of the threat it faces. But rising temperatures aren't the only challenge.
Manganese is really common in the environment. It's a common metal. It's found in soil and water and sediments. And it's usually thought to be not very toxic. But what we've been finding is that manganese can actually cause not the corals to bleach, but rather the whole tissue of the coral, the polyps, slough off the surface of the coral, leaving just a bare, exposed coral skeleton.
Manganese is often found in mining effluent. CSIRO's Dr. Jenny Stauber has been investigating coastal lagoon environments to determine the amount of manganese that causes damage.
Once we've done those experiments, we then want to set a guideline, an environmental guideline for manganese, so we know at what concentration of manganese there'll be a risk to those adult corals.
It's the kind of experiment Dr. Stauber has conducted regularly across her almost 40 years as an eco-toxicologist.
We need to have these guidelines that are just the right balance between sustainable industry development and protecting our environment.
She says the volume of pollutants going into our oceans and waterways has decreased over her career, but there are now emerging contaminants that weren't considered previously, such as personal care products.
We can also use new tools such as environmental DNA or omics techniques, and that allows us to take DNA out of sediments and then see whether the biodiversity or those communities have changed in the water body along a chemical contamination gradient. So we've got all of these new tools now that we didn't have before, and we can use them all together in a sort of different lines of evidence, in a weight of evidence approach to assess risk of contaminants.
Dr. Stauber knows her work is making a difference and says that's the value of science.
It's really a rewarding career to have, and I think you're actually doing some good. You're actually improving the situation for the generations to come.